Happy Hump Day. I'm Tyler Glen, and this is the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. Over the hump we go. Thank you so much for sharing part of your morning with us. Coming up on the show today, lots of fun stuff. The Publishers Clearinghouse nightmare. Remember back when, maybe you're old enough to remember, when Publishers Clearinghouse would just show up at people's houses randomly with big checks. There's some big problems now with those big checks. We'll discuss this morning on the show. Also, Robert Munch. Your thoughts on Robert? Oh, God, I love this author is amazing. Now, Robert isn't dying. Then why does he want to? There's a lot of discussion about that this morning. Online, we'll touch briefly on that. Also, are all-you-can-eat hamburgers for $15 a good deal? Is that the right thing? Apparently, there's a restaurant in Manitoba that is about to do that, a $15 all-you-can-eat hamburger deal. Now, I'm very cautious. Every time I'm going to talk about it this morning, I'm going to say, I don't know if this is real or not. It appears to be legitimate. $15 all-you-can-eat hamburgers. There are some rules to this game, apparently, and we'll discuss this morning. Jimmy John's opening its first Manitoba location this week. We've got the details on that opening coming up. Also, Robert Redford is gone at 89. We discussed that briefly yesterday. But did you know that he owned a resort in Utah, Sundance Resort? And it also has a restaurant with it as well. And we're going to take a bit of a tour of it. Is it any good? What's it look like? And is it still going to operate now that we lost the Hollywood legend? All your questions will be answered. And possibly the most important bit I've got of the day. I'm a sushi lover. Maybe you're not. You don't even have to be a raw fish person to like sushi. But I have found the most amazing recipe I can't wait to share. And it's really no recipe at all. Thank you, TikTok, for something called lazy sushi. Craven sushi. But it's a disaster in the kitchen like yours truly. Can't get the bamboo to work. Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez. It's always a lot of fun to try and make sushi. That and more coming up on the show today. First, let's take a look outside. And you know what was nice about yesterday is we did not get the rain showers that they were predicting. It was kind of nice. Yeah, we did not get the rain showers that they had predicted yesterday. In fact, it It was nice for most of the day. Now, the clouds were a little ominous. They were a little bit ominous, but it didn't happen. It didn't happen, at least where I was. I didn't have my windshield wipers operating at all yesterday. Our sun seekers and lurkers up in the northern part of western Manitoba, Ethelbert. I think we have a few ex-Ethelbert folks that are sun seekers in chat. Apparently there's a state of local emergency there. They don't need any more rain. It's very, very soggy up there, and I think we had some pictures on the show yesterday showing as much. And apparently instability is the word of the week, because Environment Canada is saying, well, mix of sun and cloud again today. So I'm cautious to say we're even going to get rain. We could see a day like we had yesterday, actually, which is still above normal, which is, I believe the normal's 18. And so we slide just a little bit below normal for Thursday and Friday. Little rainy on Saturday, beautiful Sunday. And actually next week is shaping up to be gorgeous. So kind of a cruddy way to end the week. But it's going to be nice next week. Starting on Sunday, this is going to be beautiful. I got to get this lawn mowed. Jeez, it's up to my kneecaps already. Can you please stop the rain for a little bit? Oh, it's a wonderful Wednesday. Oh, it's a wonderful Wednesday. I hope you had a great day yesterday. I had so much fun at Fuel Good Day. Could be the best one ever. I don't know. Maybe it's me. Maybe I'm trapped in the beach bunker, and then when I get out, I'm like a rabid bear waiting to visit with so many people. That time just goes by so fast. One person after another person visiting and talking about the show and talking about fun stuff. You know, it was a good time yesterday. Really good time. We'll have more on Fuel Good Day. And thanks again to all those who took the time to stop by, whether I was there or not. I know there were some sun seekers who sent me some DMs saying, hey, sorry, I missed you. Or, hey, I was there before you were there. Or I came in the evening because I was working. Don't worry about it. It's okay. It's all for the cause. It was all for Fuel Good Day with co-ops yesterday. And it was a blast. And I think sometimes the weather has something to do with that, because it would be a totally different story if it was pouring rain, and it wasn't. It was a really, really good day. And we'll get to your good day coming up. We like to start the day with some positivity with something called GT. It's a good thing, yesterday's good thing. And so have that locked and loaded and ready to go if you would. And, you know, sometimes we even get a picture along with that. And we start the day with a little bit of positivity. And we'd love to hear what you had going on yesterday, whether you were filling your gas tank for good, chugging back some coffee for good. Maybe you were just helping out a neighbor, holding a door for somebody. Or, you know, you picked up the tab for somebody for a cup of coffee yesterday. It just helps to get us started off on the right foot. We're live streaming on YouTube, Facebook, and X, and Twitch. We'll move over to Twitch for hour 2 of the show. Hour 2 will move over to Twitch, and that is at twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. And there's a podcast, too, podcast version of the show available at tylerglenshow.com. I have the most adorable story to share with you about Feel Good. My most adorable story yesterday was this one woman who pulled up on Richmond Avenue in Brandon, senior citizen, beautiful lady, just absolutely beautiful, heart of gold. She just about jumped out of her car. She saw me pumping gas. Well, I wasn't pumping gas. I was cleaning the windshields because they don't let you pump the gas, just insurance. Long story. Blame it on me. This adorable woman is about ready to jump out of her car. She has this gorgeous puppy in the front seat. I'm like looking at the puppy because I'm dizzy sad still. And she's like, Tyler Glen. And I'm like, oh, hi. How are you? And she's like, I am so good. Oh, my God, Tyler. I love you on 880 CKLQ. I listen to you all the time. And I just did not have the heart to she said, I listen to you on 880 all the time. Now, they took 880 off this summer. Like, it's dark now. I don't think there's anything on 880 anymore. And I haven't been on the radio for close to half a decade now. So she was adorable. You ever have those moments where you just don't correct somebody? You're just like, no, that's all good. Thank you. It's so nice to see you. Tell me about your puppy. And that was That was so cute. So cute. And such a big smile. What a wonderful lady. One of many people that we got to say hi to yesterday. It was such a good day. It was feeling good, feeling good. Road Reverend and Pebbles are the first two in on Twitch this morning. Janine is over on Facebook. Hey, Tracy Rogers here on Twitch, and Cindy is here on Twitch too. I hope you're staying dry, Cindy, and I hope that things are really drying out for you. That is just some nasty moisture. My God. Hey, happy hump day there, Richard, and Patricia Ann Heffern's here too on Facebook, and Polar Bear, welcome. Welcome, Polar Bear. Welcome. See our sign here? See our sign? And our salute to Romper Room. I see you, and I see you, and I see you, and I see you. Happy birthdays. The sombrero comes out. The celebration sombrero. Jody's over on Facebook. Hi, Jody. Zuma Bernice is here on Twitch, too. And Megan is over on Facebook. Hi, Megan. Hope your day is starting well. Your week is going well. The school year is starting well. Everybody is back at school, back in routine, doing big things. Nick Adams is here, too, with his Happy Hump Day Camel, KDD4380. Good morning to you. Nick and Katie are on Twitch this morning. So is Quentin. Hi, Quentin. And Nick is already banging down the door. Where do you get the $15 all-you-can-eat hamburgers? Apparently, it's in Winnipeg. Apparently, it's a Winnipeg restaurant. I will show it to you coming up on the show. Again, I preface it, I don't know if it's real. I don't, and whenever you see something that makes your jaw drop and you go, what? This can't be real. Always trust your gut. Maybe we'll attempt to verify. Maybe there'll be a Sunseeker saying, yeah, I saw the same thing, or I know my cousin works for this restaurant and it's actually happening. It is a limited time. I think it's only for a month, which is still a long time to offer all-you-can-eat hamburgers for $15. And there's some rules to the game for the all-you-can-eat, and we'll share those with you coming up. I know you're excited. I knew you'd be excited. My cholesterol clogged heart was pumping too. Yeah, woo! All-you-can-eat burgers. And think about it. I mean, I'm kind of surprised it took this long. I mean, burgers aren't like the most expensive food in the world. You know, it's not like all-you-can-eat steak. That would be suicide for a restaurant nowadays. All-you-could-eat steak? Oh. Tracy Roger and Cindy says, yeah, we got some big-time water, major flooding. Only had 2.5 inches of rain, but 8 miles from me, they got 7 and 8 inches. Oh, my God. And it's a beautiful morning so far this morning, says Pebbles. Well, that is good. Derek, good morning. I missed those nights of visiting you while you were working on the radio, making fake commercials and such. That was so long ago. This is when I first started out, Derek, in the early 90s. That is like, I can't even do the math. It's so long ago. 30 years ago. I can't believe I'm still talking. I got to run out of gas one of these days. The gas tank is, I am on borrowed time, brother. And I appreciate your support. I appreciate all the Sunseekers. I love you guys. And you know, the support I got yesterday, I'm not a big fan of the saying my heart is full, but I guess my heart is full. It's not just cholesterol. It's the support has been just heartwarming. And it's not a valve leak. MJ is here. Good morning, Sunseekers. And Richard has got a Halloween countdown going on. 44 days to Halloween. That is not far off. And you know what happens after that? Mariah comes out. And I caught wind this morning that Mariah is going to be setting up shop in Las Vegas. So if you're a fan of Mariah Carey and Christmas music, sorry about this, Richard. I kind of hijacked your Halloween countdown. But, so she has got a residency in Vegas that was just announced at the MGM. She'll be at the Dolby Live Park MGM for her Christmas Time in Vegas show, which will be in Las Vegas November the 28th through December the 13th. She has a total of 10 shows planned. So if you're a fan of Mariah Carey or you love All I Want for Christmas Is You, you might want to get on an airplane to Las Vegas and part with a whole bunch of money. They got to find some way to get people to go to Vegas. Christmas lovers will be going anyway. Okay, welcome aboard, Sunseekers. We'll continue to welcome folks as they continue to pop in. A special good morning to our lurkers who are checking in from all four corners of the internet. Appreciate you hanging out with us again for 2 minutes, 20 minutes, or the entire 2 hours. Thank you so much for being here and part of our little show. We like to start with some positivity and yesterday's good thing. And, of course, yesterday being Fuel Good Day. So much to share. Man, this was at Heritage Co-op, Tracy and her crew, and some of the staff from yesterday. Chances are you've said that, look at me working hard. I'm just squeegee, and I got the Squeegee Man of the Year award yesterday. I'll tell you, if there was a draft for squeegee people, I'd be going in the first round of the draft. Then they had classic cars show up. Of course, they had like a classic car show, which I thought the storm clouds were going to rain over all these beautiful cars, and they did not. They did not, and it was kind of nice. Everybody had their lawn chairs set up, and then people started showing up for hot dogs and smokies when we were there. It was very, very busy, and the sun was out. Then it got hot, and I'm like, geez, this weather's crazy. That was the only thing crazy about yesterday. It was just the wild weather. And, of course, I started the day in Verdun, where I got to hang out with my former co-host, Amber Van Dale. Here I am with the boss man. We're pretending we're working. I mean, we are working. There we are in front of the store. And there's our favorite fat bear. Not me. See, doing more windshields. And you know what? I'll tell you something. Members of the Verdun Oil Capitals were there yesterday, and these kids were so impressive. If anybody knows any of the organization at the Verdun Oil Caps, can you please tell them that these guys are first class? Like, sir, ma'am, please, thank you. There were a couple of times I almost had to wrestle them away from a car so I'd have the chance to squeegee a windshield. They were so enthusiastic. Talk about a class act of kids. I was impressed. I guess I'm an old guy. It's nice to see some young whippersnippers with some damn respect. Oh, and those Verdun Oil Capital Kings, they wear the crown properly. Then we had beef on a bun. This store they got in Verdun on the Trans-Canada Highway, what a store. Holy cow. So if you're popping through Verdun, pop by the Co-op store right on the Trans-Canada Highway. You will be impressed. There is some of the crew in Verdun, and what a great day. I was in Verdun and Brandon yesterday for Fuel Good Day. Thank you again to the crew at Heritage Co-op and Valley View Co-op for hosting me and for making me feel welcome and for feeding my ego when it came to washing windshields. It was very much appreciated. And, of course, we raised a lot of money for nonprofit groups. Can't wait to get the results to you. And, of course, the event happened at the co-ops across Western Canada. It was just an awesome day. Pebble says, GT, yesterday we had a visit with the oldest daughter. It was nice to be sitting on the patio, being outside, and chatting a little bit. Hubby got the backyard cut yesterday afternoon. Well, I was over at the co-op. I was thinking that, though. I was thinking, I should be at home mowing the lawn, but I'm visiting instead. Oh, this is a shot that Tosh just took from outside. Just a beautiful morning. It's going to be a great day again today, I think. And we don't need the rain. Let's just keep the rain at bay. We don't need any moisture. One of the topics of conversation yesterday was farmers trying to get the stuff off their fields, and it's just so wet. It's going to set some of them back. We do not need any more rain. But it's not up to us. Mother Nature will do her thing, and will bring rain and hopefully not hail. But if you do get hit by hail, again, thankfully, you've got a friend in the business that's going to make your car like it's brand new again. Our friends at Auto Fashion. From pesky dents to a dazzling showroom shine, Auto Fashion has you covered inside and out. Now, when it comes to a hail damage claim, they're MPI accredited. They can take care of that for you. They can also take care of the interior cleaning and exterior cleaning. Of course, they're detailing experts. They do paint correction, fabric and leather protection, and a whole lot more. The complete laundry list of services is available at autofashion.ca. You'll find them at 255 17th Street North, just behind Lee's Buffet. Your car deserves the best, and the best is Auto Fashion. We also have the best hamburger and hot dog buns available to anyone, anywhere, at any time. And we had some awesome beef on a bun yesterday, and I'll tell you, Kuiper's Family Bakery, if you're eating tray buns, hamburger buns, hot dog buns, if you're having the tarts, if you are having some of their sweet treats, garlic toast, they got an assortment of beautiful, delicious baked goods for you at 1411 First Street, just north of the First and Richmond corner, beside Tasties. Taste the tradition baked into every bite. And then visit our friends at Epla Office, where they will take care of your legal needs. If you're buying or selling some real estate, maybe you're doing some corporate law where you're thinking of incorporating, you're going to need some legal help with that. And they love taking the complex and making it easy. They specialize in that. That's why they got a little bit of construction going on. They've been rather successful in that. And that means that they've got to expand a little bit and make a little bit more room. And so they look forward to having a bit more room to serve you at 642 18th Street, Unit A, right across from the RBC. Cindy's GT, she stopped the co-op and fueled up and had a burger yesterday. Thank you, Cindy, for supporting the cause. That is very good. And she even took a picture proof. I was at the co-op too. I had a burger too. And they had some sandbags to keep the tents from blowing away in the wind. All right. Jeanine says, that's my daughter on the right. Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Jeanine, that's the Valley View co-op staff. Hang on a second here. I got to pull that back up again. That is my daughter on the right. Oh, I right in here, in this picture. Yes, in this picture. What a good-looking crew. Good morning, Angela. Or on Facebook. Happy hump day to you, too. Hey, Ryan, good to see you this morning. We're doing yesterday's good thing. What a great crew of smiley faces. Yes, great crew of smiling faces. Coffee's tasted good going down. Yesterday's good thing. So what did you have going on yesterday that was good? You don't need pictures to share, even if you have some good things going on. There was a little further to the north. The Charlene shared these pictures. They were also serving up food. Rossburn Service for Seniors as part of Co-op Fuel Good Day. Oh, you know there's some serious cooking going on when the slow cookers are coming out. The slow cookers and the barbecues are going on. And again, look at the clouds in the background, these ominous clouds, but yet the sun is shining. It was a crazy day yesterday. Just crazy. I can smell that. I can smell that picture right there. I smell barbecued food. Everybody was having something to eat. Everybody was filling up with gas. Thank you so much to the volunteers and the great staff and all those who brought those classic cars out to the car show. The mini car show, I guess you could say, or the classic cruise car night thing at the at Heritage Co-op. Man, some of these cars are just amazing. I remember, this is how old I am, is I remember putting leaded fuel in those cars. It was 43 cents a liter, and the fuel was leaded. I don't know what that means, actually. To have unleaded. Now, I guess that was our nod to the environment back then, is that let's move from leaded to unleaded gas, and now soon, in the years to come, will we have electric classic cars? I don't know. I love this color. This is just a beautiful car. But these things are pure metal, man. They're like 5 tons of metal. I mean, this thing, not that you'd ever want to damage it, but God, you could hit something significant on the highway and you'd be the one doing the damage. It's like nowadays they are not made like this anymore. And I know it firsthand that it weighs a ton because he drove around the block and then he had to come back to the gas pumps. I'm out of gas already. It's so friggin' heavy. It's so heavy. This is why downtown cruise nights are so popular, you know? Through the summer in our town, we all get together and take a look at classic cars on Thursdays, first Thursday of each month through the summer. Weather permitting, of course. Sometimes it doesn't really cooperate, but boy, people love those. It's just so nostalgic. You got the tunes rolling, and when you have a nice evening in classic cars, there's really nothing better. And especially when you got the smell of Smokies and hot dogs in the air. So very good thing indeed. Very good thing indeed. Yesterday's good thing. Still a few more minutes. If you had something happen to you yesterday, you're just popping in just to see what's going on. If you're just lurking, had something fun happen to you yesterday, you did something fun, you ate something great, you had a quick trip somewhere, just type in GT and let us know about your good thing from yesterday. We'd love to hear about it. The middle of the week is often kind of a tough go. Because people are just like, is the weekend here yet? Is the weekend here yet? I need the weekend. You're just about there. And as Richard has aptly told us, we have just 40 days left to go until Halloween is here. So the countdown to Halloween is on. And coming up on the show, the $15 all-you-can-eat burger. Is this real? Is this fake? We're going to dissect this together. Also, Robert Redford, losing a legend at 89. We're going to visit his resort and, more importantly, his restaurant. And the Disaster of Publishers Clearinghouse. I always thought it would be cool to be winning this contest. You won $1 million, or sometimes it was like $5,000 a week for life. Remember these people showing up randomly? They're freaking out. Big checks. They had some of those big checks at Fuel Good Day yesterday. Like, I always wanted to go into a bank with a big check like that. I should make out a check to myself just to walk in the bank and do that one time. I think it's legal to take a big check into the bank like that. As long as all the proper transit numbers and stuff are filled out on the form, I think it's legal. Anyway, there is a bit of a disaster with that. We'll share the details coming up. But first, let's head on over to the beach. This is a very special beach because this beach could have been Canadian at one time. This is Turks and Caicos. It's a live shot of Turks and Caicos on a Hump Day Wednesday. This could have been ours. Yes, they at one point in time, I think the last time this was discussed was about 10 years ago, they wanted to join Canada, and they wanted to become our 11th province. I mean, with Donnie wanting to take over Greenland, we can welcome these guys, can't we? Come on now, come on. This looks okay. This would fit in with Saskatchewan, don't you think? Anyway, quick beach break to Turks and Caicos. We're back with more in just a bit. Thanks for being here, you guys. Oh, happy hump day, Sun Seekers. Hope your Wednesday is off to a good start. Thanks for sharing part of your morning with us. I'm Tyler Glen, and this is the show about food, fun places, and the mayhem of life. And this is a live shot of Turks and Caicos. This could have been part of Canada at one time. They came to Ottawa 10 years ago, said, please, can we join? We're ready to go. We'll pay our own way. We said, we're too good for you. I don't know what we said. What the hell was that all about? You know what? I think that the world is so topsy-turvy, and I should just run for prime minister on one item. One item. That's it. I'm the Turks and Caicos Tyler. How do you feel about healthcare? I don't know anything about healthcare. What are you going to do with taxes, Turks and Caicos Tyler? I don't know. Nothing. I'm just running on one thing. If you vote for me, I will say yes to Turks and Caicos, and we will have palm trees in Canada. We'll have a beach. This could be ours. This could be. I think I'd win. I wouldn't run on anything else. Just we need an island. We need a tropic. Who's with me? Who's with me? Who's joining me? Let's go. Pack your bags. Now it's a little quiet now. Okay, Sun Seekers, I'll check in with you in January when we're minus 60 and the kids aren't in school because it's too cold. And then we'll see who wants to join Turks and Caicos. I think that's when we're going to see everybody come out of the woodwork. We're at 12 degrees to start the day, and we are seeing some sunshine. It is a beautiful morning. I can't argue with that. It is nice. It's beautiful, especially for this time of year. Our normal high for this time of year is 18 degrees. We'll dip below that midweek and then recover quite nicely, actually. So summer is not done with us yet. Summer is not done with us yet. However, can you please knock off the moisture? Yesterday, good day. For those that did not get the rain, let's see if we can duplicate that today. We need to keep it dry for our farmers. They need to get the crop off. And we've got some nice drying weather for our farming friends coming next week, okay? And looks as if fall is going to come in like a beautiful summer lion or lamb. I don't know if that same rule applies in the fall time as it does in the spring. What I'm trying to say is that fall is coming next week. We're into the final few days of summer. And it's coming in, and it's going to feel like summer, even though it's going to be fall. Old Chickie, hello. Okay. I'm getting DMs. Sun Seekers are like, are you going to tell us about this burger or not? Because we are going to go looking for it ourselves. Okay, so this is what I found. St. Louis, Winnipeg. Is this even a real place? So I guess for a month, they're doing all-you-can-eat Angus burgers. And there are some rules. They say it starts on Friday. It's all day, every day. No drink is required, and there's no limit. Dine in only, and there's no sharing. You can get the Angus burger with cheese and with cheese and bacon. Additional toppings will cost extra. Where is the St. Louis half-price wings? St. Louis Bar and Grill. Well, this appears to be a real place. This is what their burgers look like. All right, this is very interesting. Very interesting. That's all-you-can-eat burgers. Has anybody been to this place? Looks like it's decent. Looks like it's surprisingly decent. Not the biggest hamburgers in the world, but hey, listen, it's all you can eat. So you just keep pounding them away. And I would venture to assume that they would do it much like our local spot, Sushi Hut, where it's like, listen, one at a time, get it in you, and then they'll bring another one to your table. Just scamming their Instagram here to see if there's any more crazy specials like that. It's got to be a sports bar. Lots of sports stuff. Lots of sports bar related food. They get some nice poutine and wings, and wow. So anyway, this is getting some online attention, as you could well imagine. I have yet to see anybody in Manitoba doing all you can eat on hamburgers. And I'm curious to know what Nick is gonna. What do you think? What do you think, Nick? How many can you take down? Vicky says, "Is this only on Fridays or every day, or it just starts this Friday? Do I get pickles and mustard, or do I have to pay extra?" It sounds like you're going to have to pay extra. Jermaine chimes in, "I've got the record for all-you-can-eat ribs. I ate 6 racks of ribs. Now I'm coming for your burgers." Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What's the record now? And is there a limit? There is no time limit, but you cannot share this special with people in the restaurant. And Jenny says, "I might have to wait for the hype to die down a bit before I come in, because that's insane. $15 and all you can eat hamburgers. How many do you think you can take?" I bet you I could do 4. I bet you I could do 4. So if you're doing, let's do the math here for a second. So even if you did 5, that's $3 a burger. You know, if they can, I wonder what they make those burgers for. I don't know. But anyway, that's St. Louis Bar and Grill in Winnipeg. They're at 749 Sterling Lion Parkway, Unit 2. I will post this link on my website at tylerglenshow.com. How can they afford that? Well, I'm thinking that you're going to need a drink. So even if a drink is like $2.25, say $2.50, say it's $3. I mean, it's been proven that a soda pop from a machine, like a fountain drink, costs a restaurant, 10 or 15 cents, maybe a quarter with the cup. So on a 25-cent drink, you know, they're making a pretty good profit just on the drink. And you can't have a burger without a drink. They won't let anyone bring any other drinks from outside, probably. Plus extra toppings. So you get all you can eat burgers, but maybe a tomato's $1. I don't know. It doesn't list that. Maybe the pickles are $5. And if you're somebody who likes pickles and lettuce and onions, and you top that all off, and it's costing you $3 every time you get a burger, that's a good way to do it too. Clever marketing. I don't know. Somebody's going to go. They're going to let us know how that works. And, you know, I'm always up for all you can eat stuff. I love, because you just don't see it that much anymore. You know, buffets are going by the wayside. They're just way too expensive for restaurants to operate, but yet some sit-down places are reverting to special all-you-can-eat nights or weeks, and in this case, it's a month, so that they can get some people into their restaurant. And I bet you some of this is going to be chalked up to marketing budget. They're no pun intended, but they're going to eat some of the cost. So even if they're losing some money, there's going to be some people come in and eat 12 burgers, put it on Instagram, and they're going to say, "Look, we lost some money on that, but that's money well spent, considering that other people will maybe come and give it a try." Pat says it's down by the outlet mall. Okay. Looks good, says Polar Bear. Old Chickie says, how can they afford to do that? And City says, are they even really beef burgers? They say Angus, too, which, you know what? Angus is not just the most delicious burger. They are usually quite expensive, too. So, I don't know. I saw it, said, hey, I got to tell the Sunseekers about this. So, if you're down in that neck of the woods, you can check that out. Also in Winnipeg, for foodies who are excited about Manitoba's first Jimmy John's. It will open this week, actually on Friday. And the first 100 people get a free sandwich and a 16-ounce drink on Jimmy John's. That's on Friday at 11 a.m. in Winnipeg at 1740 Pembina Highway. And I believe this is our first Jimmy John's in Manitoba. Very, very popular sub shop. I'll tell you, I know it's popular. It's in the top 5 of best sub shops in North America. I think they're ranked 2 or 3 in the United States. But holy cow, to open a restaurant in these times, good for you, man. These are some wild times to be taking a risk on a restaurant. But anyway, Friday's the grand opening party, and I think the fact they're handing out 100 free sandwiches is going to bring people out. Starts at 11 a.m. I bet you they're lining up now for the free sub sandwiches. But, a little closer to home, if you're looking for some free food, apparently the Brandon Wheat Kings are offering up some free food to 500 people. And that's part of the tailgate party for the Wheat Kings home opener, which is coming up on Friday against Moose Jaw. That is a really great idea. They do a tailgate every time the season begins, and they have music and they have prizes and all kinds of stuff going on. But hey, listen, the free food component is a big deal. Free food for the first 500, and that starts at 4:30 in the afternoon. So you're going to want to show up early if you're going to take part in that nonsense. Now to this nonsense. I know there are some Sunseekers who don't appreciate sushi because they don't like the thought of eating raw fish. But sushi's actually rice. We all can agree on that, right? It's rice. It's a beautiful meal, and I love sushi, and I love it so much. I wish that I could afford to eat sushi at a restaurant, at least once a week, and I just can't. We do it on special occasions. I love to eat sushi when I can. Do you like sushi? Are you a sushi fan? Are you team sushi or team, it's got to be cooked? Now, the other thing is that if you go to your favorite sushi restaurant, in defense of sushi restaurants, most have cooked items on the menu. You can get things like deep-fried pierogi sometimes. You can get deep-fried shrimp sometimes. They've got cheese sticks and all kinds of fried foods, usually, cooked foods. And even if you don't like, raw fish, but you'd like to try sushi, ask if the crab roll is real crab, because most times it's not. It's that imitation crab, which is essentially cooked fish mixed with egg. It's the red stuff that you get in sticks at the supermarket, and it's cooked. So a lot of times they'll say, "Oh no, the crab roll, I'm sorry, it's not, it's imitation crab." Then go for that, because it's completely cooked and there's absolutely no risk to you. So you got the rice, and then you've got this cooked crab. But I like it all. I'm a bit of a sushi addict, and videos like this, quite frankly, tick me off, because this guy's going to take his little bowl of rice and he's going to put it on his mat. And they make it look so easy. Oh, it's so easy to make sushi. Oh, yeah, you just spread the rice and throw your stuff down. And, you take the bamboo mat and you roll it. Oh, yeah, you want to put a little bit of mayo in there? Oh, that's what makes it so good. Oh, my God. Oh, there's some of that imitation crab I was talking about. Look at that. That's cooked. That's imitation crab right there. Maybe throw a cucumber in there. I don't know. Yeah, a little bit of cucumber strings. This is so great. I can do this part. Now, it's this part that gets me. Rolling it in the damn mat. Yeah, right. Yeah, this does not work. Then he's a show-off. Had to put salmon on the outside. Show off. Is he going to do this super fancy? God, I wish I could make it like this. I am such a loser. Yeah. Mine is just like, I can't even show you what mine looks like. It's just like, if the dog got loose in the kitchen and took the rice bowl and knocked it on the floor, and you picked it up, and there's pieces of gravel in there with some of the half-eaten fish that the dog got a hold of, thrown on the countertop. It's a disaster. It's awful. And it's all because I can't roll it. It takes some talent to roll it on the bamboo roller. But I have the solution. I found this thing getting ready for the show, and I have got to make this. It's called Lazy Sushi, and it's just as it sounds. And you gotta love the TikTok hacks of the world. Old Chickie says, not Team Sushi. Cheryl says, I finally tried sushi a few years ago, and I love it. I, too, was late to the party. Tracy Rogers says, no sushi for me. I was a late adopter, and now I can't get enough of it. They say it's a go-to snack. Well, Lazy Sushi delivers all the satisfaction of the best sushi without the complicated roll. Oh, my God, this is fantastic. The laziest and most versatile of the lazy sushi dishes is perhaps the sushi bowl. Once you've made a base of sushi rice, you top it with anything you like. Some sliced salmon, teriyaki chicken, avocado, cucumber. Think of it like a deconstructed sushi roll and take inspiration from like the California roll, which doesn't have any fish in it. It's all vegetables in the California roll. Make a sushi bowl. Where has this been? The sushi bowl. Hallelujah. And look, they made some this is sushi balls. This is going to be a Tyler treat right here. The sushi ball. Lazy sushi balls. I love it. Thank you. I'm going to post this on my website at tylerglenshow.com along with instructions on how to make sushi. And I challenge you to make sushi on your own. There's a reason you go to the restaurant to get sushi. Those people know what they're doing, and it's not as easy as flipping a hamburger. It takes some talent. I have a whole new level of respect for people who are behind the counter chopping up sushi at the sushi restaurant. It is not an easy thing to make. Quinn says, allergic to fish. What? Oh, my God. You're allergic to fish? How awesome for me. Get out there fishing, pal. I know a guy who will take it off your hands if you get some pickerel in your life. There are some options that he can have. Oh, it's always good to be friends with people who are allergic to some of your favorites. I can't drink booze, but see you after a week in the States. What? You're in the U.S.? Yeah. And you're allergic to booze? Yeah. So what are you doing for duty free? Well, usually nothing because I'm allergic to booze. That's terrible. Jack Daniels. Jack Daniels. Sorry, what was that? Oh, I was just saying how sad I am about my friend Jack Daniels I haven't seen in a long time. Hey, speaking of which, if you want to bring back any and I give you money, could you bring back your duty free for me? Because, I'm your friend. Oh, Quentin says, no, he throws the fish back. No, that's wrong. No, you can't do that. Throw them in my freezer. Not back in the lake. Oh, my God. However, sushi making could be compared to cabbage rolls. Cabbage roll making, perhaps. If you put a big slice of salmon in your cabbage roll. Merry Christmas. Let's eat some cabbage rolls. What the hell is this in my cabbage? It looks like a piece of meat. It's salmon. Surprise. Janine says rolling cabbage rolls is much easier. Trust me. Oh, have you tried, Janine? You've tried to make sushi? It's a shit show. Oh, so far. And I guess part of it, too, is you shouldn't do it when you're hungry. When you're putting together a pizza, you're doing a homemade pizza and you're hungry, you can like little nibble of the pepperoni, a little nibble of the cheese as you put it all on, then you put it in the oven. And you're making your sushi and you're hungry and it's wrecked and it's not working. And then you turn hangry and then rice gets thrown and fish is all over the place and it's a mess. And you're hangry and you're like, I just want food. Now I'm like, what am I doing? It's time to get lazy. It's the one thing I'm good at. So lazy sushi. Cindy says, my sister is very allergic, too. I was also thinking how it compares to rolling cabbage rolls. It's tough. And the mat is a critical tool in making sushi. And it's a tool I cannot use. I don't know. I'm going to have to go to classes. Maybe that's it. I'll go to maybe in my retirement years. First thing I'm going to do when I retire is hit up a sushi making class. I'm going to master that thing. Because I love sushi. And if I could make it good, and my sister made it a couple weekends ago. Oh, she put it on her stories on Facebook. And I'm like, oh my God, look at my sister went out for sushi. She's like, look what I made. I'm like, seriously? Well, it took some practice, but I'm like, I need to learn this. You need to teach me the ways of the Force. Headley's Health Hut Anniversary Sale. That's going to be our next live on location. We were at Fuel Good Day yesterday, and next week we're going to be at Headley's Health Hut next Thursday, a week from tomorrow, for the anniversary celebration. I'm going to be there for an hour on Thursday afternoon, and listen, I'm going to be wearing, I think, football gear. It's going to be complete mayhem on September 25th and 26th. 100 goodie bags, $300 each. First 50 each day to spend $100 or more gets these gift bags. They're so popular. There'll be a huge lineup for them. Almost $10,000 in prizes over 2 days, including tickets and parking to the Grey Cup, a Vitamix, a Blackstone Grill, a Keurig, an air fryer, Russell Peters tickets, Clarso packages valued at $600 and more. It's all at Headley's Health Hut. It is a giant celebration. You can't beat 50% off. Demos throughout the store. It is going to be the busiest 2 days of the year at Headley's Health Hut, 1314 Richmond. I hope that you can join us. Murray Chevrolet Cadillac Buick GMC, Westman's #1 EV dealership. A lot of folks taking these things for a test drive, and you know what? Fuel Good Day is something you pass. You pass by the gas pumps when you're in one of these Murray EVs because you don't need it no more. Although they do have the charging stations. But the Murray GM EVs save a tremendous amount on fuel. Tax incentives are still available on these EVs, and you can enjoy, of course, lower maintenance with no oil changes, fewer moving parts at Westman's #1 EV dealership, Murray GM in Brandon. And at Leon's Furniture Superstore, 3635 Victoria Avenue, even though flyers are not appearing in your mailbox, I know a lot of people are celebrating that. But the fact of the matter is you need to at least check out what is on offer at Leon's with the comfort sale. You're doing yourself a favor. Why would you want to spend more money when the flyer is right on your phone? It's right on your iPad, leons.ca. Go in there, click on the flyer, and then you will see for yourself the 50% off sofas, 50% off clearance mattresses, 40% off beds. And don't pay till 2027, plus free local delivery. So do yourself a favor. Don't spend more money. Visit leons.ca and check out the current flyer and save yourself some cash. The Publishers Clearinghouse Nightmare. Publishers Clearinghouse used to show up at people's house and they'd have a big check. And you would get like $5,000 a week for the rest of your life. This kind of worries me when it comes to things like the Powerball. Although I don't think the Powerball would go broke. Long story short is Publishers Clearinghouse had to declare bankruptcy. And they got bought out by another company. And I guess as part of the agreement for purchasing Publishers Clearinghouse, because Publishers Clearinghouse, let's face it, was a company that was formed to help sell magazines and publication subscriptions, which people just don't buy anymore. And so what happened to all the people who got all those big checks? They're not getting their money, apparently.
For decades, Publishers Clearinghouse surprised people on their doorsteps with oversized checks and promises of a lifetime of prize money. But in April, the company filed for bankruptcy, leaving some winners without their so-called forever payments.
Ready to win $5,000 a week for life from Publishers Clearinghouse?
One man who was promised $5,000 per week for life back in 2012, enough to retire on, telling KGW-TV in Oregon he no longer receives the money he relied on.
I'm pretty sure I'm going to lose my home. Sold my jet ski, sold my trailer. I had a little bit of money left over, and that's what I'm living on right now.
Publishers Clearinghouse reported liabilities of between $50 and $100 million, including the promised prizes. But federal court records show its assets only totaled between $1 and $10 million. Gaming platform ARB Interactive acquired the company out of bankruptcy this summer and established a new platform for sweepstakes opportunities. But ARB says it's not responsible for paying out prizes issued by Publishers Clearinghouse before July 15th, saying, "We understand the concerns surrounding unpaid prizes owed to past winners and are taking decisive steps to ensure that every future prize winner can participate with absolute confidence."
I didn't think this would ever happen.
The news hitting Tamar and Matthew Veach hard. They say they were receiving nearly $200,000 a year, but the payments have stopped. They told the New York Times, "We're literally in a worse spot now than we were when we won."
Holy cow, $200,000 a year? I like how that one guy says, well, I was getting $5,000 a week. It was enough to retire on. I'm like, if I could get $5,000 a month, if $5,000 a year. You know how many Costco hot dogs you could buy with $5,000? I don't know. Do you feel bad for these people? What do you think of this? What do you think of these big checks that are no longer cashable? They're no longer cashable. They're not worth the ink that the checks are written on. I always thought how cool that would be to have them show up at my house and give me a big check like that. And the one family's like, we were getting $200,000 a year for a decade, and now it's like we're worse off because they probably went out and borrowed a little bit more to buy a few more toys with the money they thought was going to be keep coming in. So what's the takeaway here? Well, if you're going to win the big prize, make sure that the company is still going to be in business decades later. If the Tyler Glen Show is going to give you a $10 million prize collectible in $10 increments every week for the next 500 years, chances are you may want to just, it's a bullshit contest. This is a bullshit contest. I would never do such a thing. Publishers Clearinghouse. Did you ever, I can't really remember how that was played. Did you have to mail something back? Is my memory serving correctly? You had to mail something back to say, you had that stickers that you'd put on. What prize would you like? Put your sticker with your name on it next to the prize you wish to win. 10 million, 20 million, or 50 million. And your name was printed on each of the gold stickers, and you're just like, oh my God, they printed my name on the stickers. Of course, I want all three prizes, so I put all three stickers on, mail it back. Oh, well. Yeah. Publishers Clearinghouse. On the trash heap of companies that we used to think were super fantastic, awesome, like there with the Columbia House, get 10 cassette tapes for 1 penny. Or was it 100 cassette tapes? I can't even remember. How many? Oh, we would get 13 records or tapes for just $1. 13 would you believe? No, I can't believe it. 13 records or tapes for just $1. How does this work? You need to join Columbia House. And now Spotify has changed its rules. Did you see this? Spotify has this thing now where you sign up and apparently you type in the song you want and it just plays it for you. Doesn't YouTube already do that? It's like if I hear a new song and a friend has come over and it's like, you got to hear this song. I type it into YouTube, boom, it's there. Spotify's like, people want music on demand. Yeah, it's called records. It's called, hey, I got to put this cassette on for you or a CD. And so Spotify now is just going to say, you know what? Well, we're not going to pretend we're radio anymore. We'll just give you the music whenever you want it. Just hit play and pay us. Well, I don't have to pay for YouTube, though, Spotify. City says, I feel a little bit bad that they never save money, but that's kind of on them. It really is, isn't it? Quinn says, although he remembers that it's based on the amount of subscriptions you bought. My grandparents bought Reader's Digest back in the day, so they had the opportunity to win a fortune. Publishers Clearinghouse. We're in Dauphin, Manitoba. The unsuspecting pierogi makers are about to get a giant check. Let's be quiet as we ring the doorbell. I can smell the butter and onions from here. Oh, well. Hey, we got to split. We got to run over to Twitch. It's VIP time. Hour 2, Robert Munch. Did you see the news on Robert Munch, the treasured Canadian author? There is a lot of discussion on that this morning. We're going to touch on it in hour 2. It's only for VIPs. Also, I'm going to introduce you to a telescopic camper. Holy cow, this thing's gone viral out of Italy. How campers expand and they make much more. This is telescopic. It looks like your old-fashioned circular, tiny, tiny little camper that you pull behind any small vehicle. Very light. It is revolutionizing camping for the summer of 2026. We're going to take a look at that. And some guy's strange Costco addiction. It's pretty bizarre, but funny. Addicted to Costco. He's buying things he shouldn't. But we have to split. So we're going to move over to Twitch, twitch.tv/Tyler Glen Show. I want to thank you, lurkers and sunseekers who are joining us for the first hour of the show. That is on Facebook and X and YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. YouTube, you have an amazing day. We'll see you again tomorrow for a Thirsty Thursday, okay? Also to X, I appreciate you being here. Thank